Bible Stories Illustrated, From Genesis to Jesus. If you are new to this channel, be sure to like, subscribe and ring the bell for all notifications for a 10-minute illustrated Bible story every day. In this video, you will hear the story of the moment Abraham had to make one of the hardest decisions of his life. Because following God did not mean his journey would be easy. It meant his faith would be tested again and again. After arriving in the new land that God had promised him, Abraham did not suddenly become powerful or rich. Instead, he continued living as a traveler. He lived in tents with his family and everything he owned. But something began to change. Abraham was becoming wealthy. His flocks were growing larger. His herds were growing stronger. And his servants were becoming more numerous. But Abraham was not the only one becoming wealthy. His nephew Lot was also becoming rich. Lot also had many animals. Lot also had many servants. And soon, the land began to feel too small for both of them. The grass was not enough for all the animals. The water was not enough for all the herds. And before long, a problem began to grow. The servants of Abraham began arguing with the servants of Lot. What had once been a peaceful journey was now becoming tense and uncomfortable. And Abraham knew something had to change. He knew that fighting would only destroy everything they had built together. So instead of choosing anger, Abraham chose wisdom. He went to Lot and spoke calmly to him. He told him there should be no fighting between them. He reminded Lot that they were family. Then Abraham did something completely unexpected. He gave Lot the first choice. He told Lot to look across the land and choose wherever he wanted to live. If Lot went to the left, Abraham would go to the right. If Lot went to the right, Abraham would go to the left. It was a moment that revealed Abraham's character. He cared more about peace than power. He cared more about faith than land. Lot looked across the land carefully. He saw a rich valley filled with water. He saw land that looked green and full of life. It looked like the perfect place to become even richer. So Lot chose the best land for himself. And he left Abraham behind. Lot moved toward the cities of the valley. He moved closer and closer to a place called Sodom. And with that decision, the two men went in different directions. Abraham stayed in the land that was left behind. He stayed in the land that did not look as rich. He stayed in the land that did not look as powerful. But Abraham did not complain. He did not regret his decision, because he trusted that God was guiding him. And once Lot had left, something incredible happened. God spoke to Abraham again. God told him to look in every direction. He was told to look north. He was told to look south. He was told to look east. And he was told to look west. Then God repeated the promise once more. He told Abraham that all the land he could see would one day belong to his descendants. He told him that his family would one day become as countless as the dust of the earth. It was a promise far greater than anything Abraham could see at that moment. Because at that moment, Abraham still had no child. He still had no great nation. He still lived in tents instead of a kingdom. But his faith did not depend on what he could see. It depended on what he believed. And so Abraham continued to trust. He continued to live peacefully in the land. He continued to believe in the promise that had been given to him. And his story was only just beginning. Because the next test would be far more dangerous than anything he had faced before. If you enjoyed this story, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what comes next. Because in the next video, Abraham will face a battle that will change everything forever.
Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to help spread the word of our Lord. Thank you.